Okay, in this lesson, with a tracer and an animation and a sweep, we want to create a trace of things on a surface or mud or snow, or in this lesson, I call it carriage braking. And as you can see, we have a tracer and we created a real 3D object that you can combine it to the dynamic or any common on Cinema 4D, and you can render it. It's a trace on a plane or any mud, snow, anything that you want. Okay, we want to create this project. Okay, we have a carriage here that we want to use a tracer to simulate the tracer in a, for example, the mud or snow or anything. It's going and it is slightly going and breaking there. Okay, we want to use a tracer. For that, we use a tracer object here, but we cannot assign the tracer object to whole null object. So deselect everything. Don't forget that. We need to use two tracer to tracing the two wheels separately. Okay. Tracer number 1, tracer for wheel number 1, and for wheel number 2. And for tracing, we need to assign two null under the wheels to trace the null. Use the null number 1, null number 2. And for both null, we can change the null shape to the sphere to better see that. We want to snap the nulls under this wheel. So simply turn on the snap in its settings, make sure that the point snap is on. Select null number 1 and click and drag it. As you can see, it's automatically snapped and under of that. For better tracing, turn it off. It's better to bring them exactly at the middle of the wheel. You can create it by eye, or if you want, you can snap it exactly at the middle of wheel. As you can see, if you play our animation, and we have a simple animation, they are maintaining its position because we have to bring them all of these nulls under the carriage null object. As you can see, we have all of the objects of carriage is here. And now all null are moving with the carriage, and we can use the tracer, trace that null with the tracer. Okay, in a tracer number 1, we give the null number 1. In the tracer number 2, we give the tracer number. Because my previous tracer was selected, it is here. We can delete it. And now, as you can see, this is our tracer. And it's nice. You can change your animation to make a little more bending there. For tracer, here you can change the rotation a little bit from here and make its position a little here, and then another keyframe. And let's see. Yeah, you have a little bend tracer if you want. It's a breaking of carriage. Nice. So we have a tracer for null object, and we need to, for rendering that, we need to sweep them. Go to the sweep. We have to sweep. Okay, we have to sweep. And I like the sweep position goes exactly at the tracer. Yeah, there are in a. If you are want to working very accurate, you can child them on a. For example, if you want to tracer number 1, the position of tracer number 1 is not important. But if you want to move them all to the tracer number 1, first you can child it to the null, and then go into the here and reset transforms. Go to that position of null. That's nice. If you make it child, as you can see, you can move with that, but it does not work. Okay, and click and drag it to your place out of the object. You can go and make it a child and reset the transform. I explained them before, and bring it back. And in this situation, they are going exactly at the position of that tracer if you want to work accurate. Nice. And you can bring the tracer exactly on the null to tracer move with that, but we have an issue because the tracer has its own because they are be in its place. Okay, these are the important note that I tell you. Be careful about that. Now we need to sweep them. This is in sweep number 1, sweep number 2. We want to sweep and need a profile. For the profile, I make it the height, make it smaller. We have to play with its rotation here. I like the rotation exactly in this direction, the direction of our animation. Go to rectangle number 1. The rectangle number 1. The width of this profile has to be exactly the width of the wheel. And copy that because we need 2 profile for 2 tracer. Sorry. So I want to sweep the profile number 1 with a tracer number 1 and the sweep profile number 2 to tracer number 2. And if you play it, as you can see, we have our tracer. Nice. And as you can see, a problem occur here. They are rotating. For avoiding that, as I said before, you have to go to the spline and activate the parallel movement. And now you can fix that issue. But in this case, you have to go and change the orientation of the plane to make it correct. That's it. The orientation of that profile. Okay. And if your tracer is curve, your tracer is curve bending. For example, if you change the animation and want to bending more, you can go back and at any time that you want, you can go and change your animation. Select the null object. It's going there. For example, in the middle of here, we want to bring it there. A little more rotation and keyframe it. And we have more bend. Yeah, I want this bending happen there. Nice. If your bending is not good and it's facets, you have to go to your tracer and make sure your type of a tracer is a Bezier Bezier is nice and it is subdivided. And as you can see, we have a nice and a smooth. We have a nice and a smooth. It's very different. It's either linear or Bezier. Don't forget that. Or you can make it a uniform. As you can see, the subdivision will be changed. You can make it a smoother or fast. If you have a very curved, dense, you can change it. So this is our carriage braking. Nice. Or moving on a snow or anything. And this is an 3D object that you can combine it with I explain in the next lesson. In the dynamic, you can create a trace on a snow, on a mud, anything that you want. Okay, this is our example.
Hello my friends, to continue these tutorials on YouTube, subscribe us, like us, and hit the bell icon. And now you will be alerted about all of the amazing videos that we release.